Hey everybody, and welcome to my review of the Master Grade AGE-2 Dark Hound from the series Mobile Suit Gundam Age. This is definitely my favorite mobile suit from the series, and I'm glad to say that Bandai did a great job with this kit. It's a transformable suit with two forms. The mobile suit form you can see here, and a strider form, which I'll talk about later. As usual, this kit is straight built so you can see exactly what you get out of the box. Okay, so very quick comparison to the Master Grade AGE-1 normal. One thing that I have to mention is that the AGE-2 is missing the really cool vents that were present in the AGE-1. These vents, which are in the upper arms and also in the lower legs, go right through the armor through to the inner frame. I think these look a lot better than your standard panel lining, and too bad they're missing from the AGE-2. But the AGE-2 makes up for this by looking badass in pretty much every other aspect. Black and red with skulls, what's not to like? The AGE-2 Dark Hound has a more cartoony vibe than your standard non-age Master Grade, but in this case I think it really works in its favor. The color combination on this suit is awesome. The outer armor is black and dark gray, a lighter gray inner frame, an amazing eye-catching red on the V-fin and detailing, and a pearly silver on the skull and the chest here. The proportions of this kit look great. It looks very sleek and has a cool wide shoulder to narrow waist ratio, reminiscent of Gundam Exia. From this perspective you can get a better look at the leg here and the bat wing-like section of the shoulder armor. Okay, and onto the side. From the side you can get a better view of the wing section as well as where the anchor shot is housed. And you can see the spoiler here up on the back, which seems to be an Age Gundam signature. You can see the spoiler better from this perspective, and you can see that it's smaller than that of the AGE-1 Gundam. The elongated pointy rear skirt armor keeps up the cool bat aesthetic the wings have, and also houses the beam sabers here. And lastly, from the rear perspective. Okay, so now onto a closer look at the head. The most striking part of the head is the blade antenna here, with its silver skull emblem and crimson blades. You can also see that a green clear piece has been used here for the eye patch. And without the body you can see the details of the head a lot more clearly. I used the foil sticker here on the eye and it looks pretty good. It comes in two separate parts, so that makes lining up the two eyes a little bit awkward. The green clear eye patch looks great, but it also comes in orange so you can swap it out if you want. Also around the back here you can see an orange clear part for the rear head camera. I'm glad Bandai included colored clear pieces in this kit, not like the last couple of seed kits they released. And onto the body. This kit definitely doesn't have the same amount of surface detail as the AGE-1 normal, and it doesn't have the really cool vents that go through to the inner frame like that kit had. The majority of the surface of the kit has very minimal panel lining, as you can see here on the side of the leg. But this is a really dark kit, so that really doesn't make that big of a difference. Due to the transformation, the knees on this kit look a little awkward. You can see through them and there's a really large gap here in the knee. The Master Grade AGE-2 Dark Hound is an awesome looking Gundam. Its bright striking crimson details really stand out against the black and grey overall colour scheme. Its sleek appearance and cool design features such as the spoiler and savage looking wings look great. Too bad about the lack of surface detailing and that bucket head. An 8.5 out of 10 for aesthetics. Okay, so now we're talking quality. Well, as you can see, the kit stands up on its own, so that's a very good point from the beginning. The color quality of the plastic is fantastic. I especially like the bright crimson color on the fins and details. As good as the pearly silver plastic looks, it can mark quite easily when removing nubs, which is a letdown because this would not be really easy to cover up if you were just straight building. You can see an example of this here on the lance, where the nubs have been removed and left a dark patch. The clear parts in this kit have come in the correct color. Green for the eye patch and orange for everything else, the lenses in the lance, in the back of the head, and the eyes. But one interesting thing to mention is that both of these are the same runner, just cast in different plastic. And you only need to use one single part of the green runner, which is the eye patch. Seems like a bit of a waste. The Dark Hound comes with quite a few foil stickers for a master grade. As well as the foils for the eyes, there are also foil stickers for the eyes on the skull emblem, and 3 yellow ones here, which are for using on the lens, on the back of the head, and on the lance. Just like the AGE-1 normal, it also comes with these silver stickers here, which are for on the back of the eyes. The decals that come with the Dark Hound look really cool. And I especially like this skull and cross banner symbol here. And finally, a pretty big set of standard decals. The black plastic here has some of the same problems I've found in other kits, such as the Blitz Gundam and the Death Side. It's more brittle and easier to mark, as you can see here, than some of the lighter plastics such as the whites or grey of the inner frames. Now a quick look at the joint strength of this kit. Most of the joints are quite strong and will hold any pose you put it in, as you can see. But the knee here can pop out every now and then, where it bends as part of the transformation. But that's not too big of a problem. The biggest problem joint in this kit though has to be the shoulder joint. Just like the AGE-1 normal, this joint is weak, and can sometimes have a problem holding some of its heavier weapons, like the lance. It can also pop out quite often while trying to pose the arms. As you can see, it really doesn't take all that much to push down the arm. And finally onto loose parts. There's only one real annoying part on this kit, and it has to be this part right here. These parts on the back of both arms, whenever you move the arms back, will just pop right off. As you can see here, if you just rotate the arm backwards, bam, now if it falls. But besides this, there's nothing else that's really all that loose. The quality of this kit is great. In mobile suit form, the only loose joint is in the shoulder, and the same goes for loose parts. The color quality of the plastic is spot on, but too bad the black is so easily marked. An 8 out of 10 for quality.